There is something to be said about going through stuff and processing it in the gym, on paper, or digitally, talking about it with people that aren't going to judge you, and getting it out. I ain't used to do stuff like this. When I went through shit, man, I just kind of like went through it. I just would drive to work, be quiet, and push through it. That's what I was taught when I was younger. That's how we work through things. We don't talk about it. We don't share about it. We just hold it in. And then, like, one day, it all fucking went to shit. Now, I know it's probably because I'm an addict. It's probably because of a lot of stuff, but I'm going through stuff. And this is how I get through stuff. And it's really helping me. And if you've been watching these, you see how I'm going through it, man. So if there's like somebody who's watching this and they're going through a situation, maybe with another person, maybe with like finances, maybe with like your recovery, I mean, you have some choices. You can just like take the approach of like not saying anything, not letting people know how you're doing, not writing about it, not processing it, and maybe that'll work for you. But it never worked for me in the past. And I've gone through some shit, and this is a good way. Like I can say that I feel better right now than I did yesterday, and I felt better yesterday than I did the day before. And still got a lot of shit going on. I'm still dealing with a lot of shit, but I don't feel as worried as much. I'm not as anxious as much, and it's going to give me the ability to go to work and focus at work. Some people are really good at just shutting everything off, and they can do it, and I take my hat off to them. I wish I had that ability. But like, I'm a zombie if I don't do this. If I don't do all these things, I'm a zombie, and I'll stay a zombie for a while. And then the only thing that'll sound good is self-destructive behavior. So I definitely recommend it. It's a suggestion to somebody who hasn't tried doing this kind of stuff before. I'm not saying like create a YouTube channel and start sharing about your shit. I'm just saying like the writing, sharing, it really, in the gym, like exercising, really helps. There's some stuff you can't do, that you can't, like get through. Like you can't feel different. You gotta feel it. You gotta go through it. And that I still have to do too. I know that. But if I have all of this and that, it's really helping. I feel a lot better today. I'm not tripping like I was a few days ago. Man, that was rough. It was rough. I mean, I really pushed hard today. And I know there's some benefits behind it because I've experienced that before. A few more days, I'll get to go over Step 4 with my sponsor. I have so much more material for Step 4, but, it's all good. I know I'll feel accomplished there too. I have today and tomorrow to hit a specific goal, and I have to hit that goal work-wise. So I'll check in and let y'all know if I hit it. It's a midway point for me. I feel like if I hit 8 by the 15th, I get 20. And so far, for the last 5 years, that's been the case. Now, there's been a couple months that I fell shy and I've hit 17 or 18. But in the last 5 years, I can say that that's only happened less than a handful of times. And so, statistically, percentages-wise, that's the goal. And if I sit there and look at the board and look at other people on that board, I'll go nuts. And so I know where I have to be, and I need basically 2.5 to get there. We'll just say 3 to be safe. The good news is I've got 2 set up, one at 11:30, and then I've got one at 1:30. And I have to push like I have 0. So we'll see how that goes. But I have faith in myself. And I know if I was tripping like I was a couple days ago, that goal would not be achievable. It might be, but it'd be so much harder to hit that goal. Like I smashed on them phones yesterday. Smashed on them. And I was able to pull out two good appointments for today. What else? Oh yeah, NF's album dropped, and I'll do a little critique here. It was amazing. It's amazing. I have no issues with it. The one thing I know about that dude, for me, like personally, is that when I'm going through things in my life over the last, we'll say since 2017, he's dropped some stuff that is really I've associated with. And here we go again. There's a couple songs in there that like are relevant to my experiences today. Specifically the second song in there, really the first and second song in there. Fear's the first one, and I don't remember the name of the second one. Those 2 songs are spot on. It's almost like he's watching my videos and he's like reading my notes and he's looking into my life. And I know that's not the case. That's some paranoia shit. But holy shit, I can identify with those 2 songs. And it's pretty cool. I really like that artist. And I may be older than what he's catering to, but when I look at his music in the past, man, it's really, I've identified with it, a lot of it. So yeah, he's one of my favorite artists for sure, and I love that he's a Christian, because that's what I try to identify as. I don't do a lot of Christian shit, so I can't sit here and say I'm a perfect Christian. I've said some wild ass shit. I've seen some of the shit I've said where I've seen some of the shit I've said like right there in front of me. That ain't Christian shit. But I'm not perfect, and I'm not striving for perfection either. I'm just striving to be better than I was before. And when I fall back into, when I fall back into wicked ways and speak wicked things, I get to reap the benefits of that, which are never benefits. It's chaotic. But as a whole, when I look at things as a whole, I'm a lot better of a person than I was. And I'll take that win. I just talked about it earlier before the gym, about celebrating my wins. I heard a motivational speaker say once that we bask in our glories for far too long, and we stay in our defeats and our failures for even longer. And results are really all they are. Our failures and our successes are just results. And if we stay in them for far too long, we're either just living in the past for far too long, or we're just staying in the future for far too long. And our wins, when we celebrate them, it's by having gratitude about them, so we can have some joy in our life and live for today. And somebody that I hold dear to my heart recently said that they do their best to just live for today. And I didn't like hearing it when I heard it. And there was a lot of reasons I didn't. But if I could strive for that myself, I won't be so uptight. There's this balance I need to have. I heard this motivational speaker, his name is Jim Rohn. He said life is serious. It's either life or it's death. Your finances are serious. You need those. Take your job serious. Take your that sound that just happened right now, it's tire pressure. If you go back about a week, I needed a new tire. Now I got a low tire. Don't buy cheap tires. Anyways, it's comical, actually. It's fucking comical. Oh well, I'll figure it out. So, how do I go from that, taking things that serious, to like just being this chill dude? I don't know. I'll just continue fucking up and getting better and figuring it out. And not looking at, like, I don't want to say the phrase, why is this always happening to me? I don't want to say the phrase that when it's one thing, it's another. I don't like those phrases. I want to say the phrase that, good. My tire pressure's low, good. She don't want to be with me anymore, good. I didn't hit the numbers fast enough, good. I didn't get enough sleep, good. Because there's something, there's something good out of all of it. There's something good out of all of it. I didn't make that shit up, I heard that. There is something good out of all of this. And I can either fucking panic and be fucking tripping about it, or I can fucking push through and say that all of this shit is meant to fucking happen, and I'm gonna get through it all positively. And I need to look back and remember where the fuck I was. I need to remember walking in the fucking showroom floor hearing somebody call me a tweaker. I need to fucking remember that, like, I couldn't stop fucking drinking. I needed fucking 12 shots to go to fucking sleep. I need to remember that. I need to remember every one of those times that they left me. I need to remember every one of those times that they fucking turned to somebody else instead of me. I need to remember those things. But I don't need to live in those fucking moments. I don't need to live in those moments. I need to remember how I acted. But I don't need to live in them. That's what the rear view mirror is for. The rear view mirror is to glance and then keep moving forward. I heard somebody say, get rid of the rear view mirrors. I don't believe in that at all. I need to know that that shit's behind me. Otherwise, I'll fucking just go about like fucking nothing's ever happened. So I need to remember these things. Those are my scars. But if I fucking live in them, they're open wounds. And I'll just fucking walk around with open wounds all fucking day long. resenting this person, resenting that person, wondering why the fuck this happened, wondering why the fuck she did this, wondering why the fuck I did that. I don't just resent people, I resent myself. I sit back and say, fuck, I should have done this and I should have done that. I didn't. What am I supposed to do? Take a time capsule and go back? And then what? Not have the experience to learn from? I have to remember that there's always going to be somebody out there that's going to be bigger, better, stronger, more financially stable than me. If I'm worried about all them motherfuckers out there, then I might as well not take risks with other people. I'll take the risks. And if I'm not good enough, I'll get good enough. And when I'm good enough, if I'm still not good enough, I'll get good enough. And the right people will stay. They'll grow with me, and the other people will use me as boundaries, and they'll and learn from my mistakes. And I've helped somehow, and it's all fucking good, man. And some of it ain't all good. And that's where I use acceptance. Some of that shit I just need to accept that it happened the way it did. There's not a fucking thing I can do about it. But what I can do about it is have gratitude and be able to walk on that bus like I talked about earlier. Look back, you're like, hell yeah. Like, hell yeah. Like, how the fuck did I pull that for as long as I did? You know? That's an accomplishment. You know? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I got to experience that person. Hell yeah. I got to fucking get clean and fucking experience somebody in another fucking continent. Hell yeah. I got to fucking crash and burn and still not get loaded. Hell yeah. It's fucking banana bread. So you know what, man? I get to choose how the fuck I want to feel. Sometimes that fucking shit that's happening to me makes me feel like I don't get to choose it. Yeah, I do. Yes, I do. I get to choose going into work in a much better attitude than I was when I walked into this fucking car. And even though I felt like fucking better because I went through the gym, if you've watched this, you know I wasn't that great. But this is positive self-talk. Because I lived my whole life with negative self-talk. You ain't shit. You ain't never gonna be shit. You're stuck. They don't like you. She don't like you. You're just convenient. You're fucking just a paycheck. All of that shit. And you know what? I'm not. But I was. Because if I tell myself I'm that shit, then that's what the fuck I am. So today I tell myself, hell yeah to all this shit that's happened. And I'm grateful that I met every one of these people, because the experiences will make me a better person. I got to love a couple fucking times, man. Man, I remember there's a time I fucking prayed. I just wanted it for, like I used to say, man, if I could just have it for a moment. You know, like that hopeless romantic. If I could just have it for a moment, I would take it for as long as it was. And I would be grateful for it. And then you have it, and then it's fucking gone, and then you're just like, oh my God, why? Fuck that. I got to have it for even a moment. I got to feel the pain from it for even a moment. And now I get to take my hat off to whoever is experiencing it. You know? And be grateful that I got to meet certain people. And I look forward to the next. And the next, and the next, and the next, if that's what it's going to be. I know what I'm looking for. I know exactly what I'm looking for. But that's the thing. You go on a journey and you're looking for something. You don't stop fucking halfway through the journey because you haven't found it. You keep going. And a lot of the times we keep looking and we segue. I could just like tie this in with like fucking my hikes. Every time I go on a hike and it's brutal, and it's painful. By the time I get to the spot that I'm supposed to get to, it's just amazing. And then the hike back is fucking brutal, or a little better. And then I get to drive away. You don't just fucking stay up there for the rest of your life. If you want to, move on to the next one until you find that one that's just as fucking, and they're all memorable. They're all great. And they all had pain. And they're all good experiences. And I didn't want to do it at first. And then I did it. And while I was doing it, it was amazing. And then there were parts of it I just didn't want to do it anymore. I wanted to turn around. There were times that I wished halfway into it, I didn't do it. That's the shit that I'm going through. That's all. Oh, man, it felt good to get that out. Anyways, I hope y'all have a good day. Thanks for enjoying my ride with me. Whoever, even if it's one person. And, yeah. I get invited to write my story, like a little short recovery story for Pure Olympia. Pretty excited about that. Be cool. Anyways, that's all I got.